it's Miss Brown again. We are going to continue today to use our jump strategy. We are going to use our jump strategy to add. Today we're going to add on that we are going to use our rucksack to solve some word problems. So I've told my brain all the things that I need to go and find for me. We're going to be doing some adding today. I'm going to be using some plus signs. I know my numbers are going to get bigger because I'm adding. I'm going to need my number facts. I'm going to need my place value chart in my head. I'm also going to need to remember what rucksack means. That might be difficult. Okay, let's have another look at what rucksack was. I know we use it a lot. First thing we have to do is we have to read the question very carefully. To understand the question and underline the stuff that we think is important. Today, I've got my highlighter. I hope you've got one too. We're going to choose the correct method. Today's correct method is going to be jumping. We're going to use our jump strategy. Then we solve the problem, we answer the question, and the very last one says that we're going to check our answers. Okay? So I'm going to do one this time. You can watch and then we'll work through one together in our book because I've got mine here. Okay, here is my first question. It says, there are 167 books in 5/6NB and 392 books in 3/4TB. How many books are there altogether in both classrooms? Okay, getting my highlighter out. I know that altogether is important because it's telling me that I'm going to have to do my adding. The two classes, not that important, but I do need to know how many altogether in both classrooms. So I'm going to have to add those two numbers together. I like that my classroom's got more books in it than Mr. Blackmore. That'd be right. I don't think that's true. I think Mr. Blackmore's got a lot more books than me. All right, now I've got my sum. Need to check that I've done all the things I have to do. Did I read my question carefully? Yep. I understand the important bits. I've got my method. I'm going to jump. Now I'm going to work on my solve the problem. I've got 167 books in Mr. Blackmore's class. Then I'm going to add together with the 392 books in Miss Brown's class. And then I'll get how many I've got all together in both classrooms. Okay, got the easy part now. I'm going to use my jump strategy. Remember that I put the biggest number to start because I'm adding. It's only going to get bigger. I'm going to start with my big number, which is 392. I'm going to put that at the beginning of my number line. Then I'm going to add on 167. Now I know I start with my ones column and move up. Okay, first thing I have to do is I have to add on 7 ones. I'm going to draw them on as small jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. 392, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. All got very close to 100. So here is going to be 399. Write it on so I don't forget where I'm up to. Tick that I've done my ones column. Now I'm going to do my tens. I need to add on 6 tens. My tens columns are 9. Oh dear, we're going to go up to another 10. Here we go. 6 slightly bigger jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 99, 100. So I'm up to 409. 419, 429, 439, 449, 459. Right, now I'm going to do my hundreds. Tick my tens to say I did it. Otherwise I'll get lost. You know me, Miss Brown gets lost. Now I'm going to add on 100. So I only need one big jump. Here we go, one big jump. 400 plus 100 is 500. So my number is going to be 559. Okay, writing it into my equation or my sum, my number sentence. Okay, so I've solved the problem. Here's my rucksack to tell me that I've done solved the problem. Now I have to check my answer again. Check my answer. I had 100 here and I had 400 here. A little more than 100 there. I'm getting closer to 200. So my answer is going to be 400 plus 100 and a bit is 500 and a bit. If this was 200 and this was 400, I would have 600. That's more than 500 but less than 600, so I think I'm pretty close to right. My check might be that I go and talk to an adult, I check it on the calculator, or I check with somebody else who's finished the problem. If we have the same answer, then woohoo, we're probably right. If I don't have the same answer as my buddy, we need to work out where we've done wrong, and we might need to go back and do our counting again on our number line to make sure we've done it correctly. Okay, let me check that I've actually answered the question. There are 167 books in 5-6NB and 392 books in 3-4TB. How many books are there altogether in both classrooms? So if I was answering this in my book, I would have to say there are 559 books and I would write all together because that's what they wanted me to find out. All together. Oops, that was awful, Miss Brown. Good work. Okay. If you think you're ready to work on your own, that's great. You can go and do the couple that I've left in the lesson for you. But I'm going to do another one just so you can follow along if you want to do it again with me. Here we go. Here is my number board. Oh, it's getting more and more crooked, Miss Brown. All right, here is my question. Here is my highlighter. My first step in my rucksack. Got to read the question, understand the question, and underline the important bits. Here we go. I made soup last night. And really, it's only a maths question. I put in 450 grams of lentils and 385 grams of kidney beans. What was the weight of the lentils and the kidney beans? Ha ha ha. Here's my word that's telling me what I have to do. It's telling me I have to find out and, which is going to give me my plus. Woohoo. Right, I made soup last night. Yeah, that's not really important. I put in 450 grams of lentils. Well, it's asking me for the weight of the lentils. So I'm going to need that. And 385 grams of kidney beans. Well, I'm going to need that because I want to know how much it all weighed. Okay, weight's there, so it's telling me I need all the things that have my weight on it. Okay, let's write a number sentence. Here we go. I'm going to have 450 adding on 385. And I'm trying to find out what it was all together. And I know that because I've got an add. All right. Let's pull this to one side and we'll work in our book now. Here's my book. I'd have the date at the top and the name of my lesson. Here's my ruler to rule my line. Write my number sentence under it. 450 add on 385. Okay. start with the big number. I don't have to start with the big number. It makes life easier. Here we go. I'm going to put 450 at the end of my number line. Sorry, at the start of my number line. And I'm going to be adding on my 385. I know that I'm going to start down here because that's my ones column in my place value chart in my head. So I'm going to add on 5 little ones. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little ones. 450, 451, 52, 53, 54, 55. Write my number down so I don't forget. All right, now I have to add on my 8 tens. Oops, sorry. Tick my ones so I remember I did it. 8 tens comes on next. Ooh, my camera's gotten all fuzzy. Doesn't like all those hands. 8 tens, so I need slightly bigger jumps. Here we go. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's count on. 455, 465, 475, 485, 495, 505, 515, 525, 535. Oh man, I hope I did that right. Let me just check. 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 105, 115. Oh no, definitely done that wrong, Miss Brown. Let's try that again. Here we go. 65, 75, 85, 95, 505. Now I'm going to write that down because that's where I keep getting myself stuck. 515, 525, 535. Oh, you were right, Miss Brown. I don't know why you second guess yourself. Oh. Okay. Tick my 80 because I've done my 80. Move on to my hundreds. Now I need some giant numbers for my hundreds and I need 3 of them. My line's not big enough. Make it a bit bigger, Miss Brown. Here we go. 3 big hundreds jumps. 1, 2, 3. 500, 600, 700, 800. 835. I'm going to write my answer down here. 835. All right, solved the problem. Now we know. I have to check that I've answered the question and check my answer. Here we go. Have I answered the question? My question says, what was the weight of the lentils and kidney beans? So I need to say 835 grams of lentils and beans. All right, check that. I think my answer is going to be right. I've got 400 and a bit, and this one's about 400 as well. If I go 400 plus 400, I should have 800 and a little bit more. Yep, my answer is 800 and a little bit more. My answer is reasonable. Now I need to go and check that with an adult or a calculator. All right, now I want you to do the 2 that I've put in my lesson plan by yourself with your highlighter, maybe with a buddy, maybe with an adult. You need to upload it to the OneNote when you're done, or you can email us a photograph of the work. I hope you enjoyed my lesson.